Hey everybody and welcome to another edition of Voices of Voices. We're at EvoCon in Indiana, and today I'm joined by Karen Strassman. How are you doing today, Karen?
Hi. I'm great, thanks.
How are you enjoying this convention? I know you don't really frequent them very often, so are you having fun?
I'm having a great time. People here are lovely and it's fun and yeah.
So we have a couple questions here for you. First off, what is it like working in industry?
For me, I feel like I'm the luckiest girl alive. I make my living doing what I love, and it's challenging. It's very competitive, but it's like being in a big, very challenging game that forces you to grow. But it's a game that I love, and I feel very, very lucky.
We also wanted to ask you about a couple shows you worked on. First off, Geass, my mistake. Code Geass, what was it like working on that?
Code Geass was fantastic to work on. The specific thing about Code Geass, which was interesting, is that Kevin Seymour, who directed it, who's a wonderful, wonderful director and a great guy, he wouldn't tell us what was going to happen next. So every single episode with Colin, I never knew what was going to happen next. And I'd say, so Kevin, what's going to happen? And so it was great because we were playing it so much in the present that I couldn't anticipate, I couldn't give away anything. I just had to play the present scene for the present scene. Or he'd say, yeah, but do it a little bit more suspicious or do it a little bit more angry. And I go, why? Just,
no reason.
So yeah.
Another show you worked on actually it had two different series, FateZero and Fate Stay Night. Now, what was it like working on that series in general? And I know there was quite a big gap in between the two series.
But I just love my character in that, and I don't have any specific stories about it, but just I love the series and I love being part of it.
Now, a classic and kind of like a cult favorite, Lucky Star. What was it like working on that?
Lucky Star was awesome. You just had to say the word Lucky Star, and I'm like, smiling. We worked with Alex. His last name has escaped me, but he's a wonderful, wonderful director. He directs a lot at Bang Zoom, and it was just like every single episode was just like fun and giggles and sweetness and play. And when it was over, I really missed it. Yeah, it was just it was so sweet. Yeah.
Another show you worked on, Keon. What was it like working on that? And you were definitely one of my favorite characters in that show. She was awesome.
Oh, thank you. Keon's awesome. Keon's an interesting show because when I first booked it and I did my first episode, I kind of didn't know what it was, or trying to get the story and figure it out. And I was kind of like, I don't know, if it's a teacher and some girls, and like the second episode I did, I just fell in love with it, and I just Sawaka's one of my favorite characters. She's just crazy.
Like the other side to her that none of the students are like,
yeah.
what?
And just like the relationship that she has with the girls, and it was so much fun.
And you worked on a lot of the Persona series. What was it like working on that?
Persona is a real heart project for me. I love Geass and Nanako probably equally like children. I just love Nanako's spirit and her. I want to adopt her and take her home. And Geass is a beautiful, complex character because she's a robot with these amazing superpowers that anybody would envy, and yet what she wants is to be human and feel what it's like to love. And I love that sort of paradox of her. So she's very dear to me.
Another show that you worked on, Great Spice of Life show, Toradora. What was it like working on that show?
That was fun. That was just like wild and fun and crazy and juicy.
Your character's just too funny. She's just really out there, just like, let's party.
Yeah.
That's yeah. It really is.
I love playing like crazy characters like that. Like, I just love it. And Bang Zoom is great because I think they know that about me and they tend to cast me in those kind of characters. And I'm very, very grateful to Bang Zoom for that.
So we talked about some of the shows you worked on. What are some of the favorite shows you've worked on?
Well, you've mentioned some of them. You know, Persona is definitely a huge favorite. And Geass. I mean, you've mentioned a bunch of them that I love. A show that doesn't get much attention that I love to talk about because it's one of my favorite shows ever is Monster. Have you ever seen Monster?
I haven't, but
have you heard of it?
I've been meaning to. I really want to actually watch it and buy it, but I don't think it was I don't think it had a full, complete U.S. release. I think Australia has a full release, but not over here in the States.
I mean, I'm still trying to get a box set for it.
Yeah.
You know.
I know Australia had a full release of it. You can find those online, but pretty expensive.
Yeah. But if anybody watching this can get a hold of Monster, it's a fantastic. Like, it's my favorite anime I've ever done. It's chilling, it's moving, it's human, and my character is just complex and fantastic.
Definitely gonna want to check that out.
And then there's some other shows like The Count of Monte Cristo that I just thought was beautiful.
The artwork. About it, yeah.
And then a show that you haven't mentioned, I love Rosen Maiden.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
I love that show. That was really fun, and I love complex characters, you know, with different levels, and I love the complexity of my character. Because she seemed like she was evil, but you find out later that she's just horribly wounded, you know?
So, out of all the characters you've played, if you could be one of them in real life, who would it be? And feel free to mix and match multiple characteristics of multiple characters that you've played.
Oh, that's such a great question. That's a really fun question. Wow, gosh, that's a really great question. I guess I would like Aigus's heart and curiosity for life, Nanako's innocence and her heart and her love for life. Let's see, Soifon's toughness and courage, Momo Hinomore's wise and old and pure soul, and my character in Toradora, her name is...
I think it's Nanako, right?
No, in Toradora.
Yasuko.
Yasuko's lusciousness.
Yeah, they do poke fun at that a couple of times. I think Taiga one time she takes a chopstick. It's just like...
Yes, he does, yes.
Great choices
and
there.
They go doing, doing, doing.
Now, is there anything that you've recently worked on that you'd like to talk about or recently come out?
I am finally allowed to announce that I play both Melina and Katana in the new Mortal Kombat that's coming out, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
And I also do a lot of on-camera work. And I was just on Workaholics, which is sort of a luscious scene. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but
you have to check that out.
There are things that happen. And I have a recurring guest star on Silicon Valley. I'm in episode 9 and 10 of the upcoming season, and I'm really, really excited about that. The other thing that is a really cool game, I don't know if you guys know about Ingress.
Ingress? I don't believe
Ingress is Google's new kind of entree into entertainment, and it's a game. But we also have live-action characters, and I play Deborah Bogdanovich on Ingress, and that's a really cool game. Yeah. Oh, and I love Heinkel, too.
And now, do you have any social media that people can follow you on, like Twitter, Facebook?
Yeah,
or anything
I have
like
a Facebook fan page. So I kind of keep my Facebook page to my family and friends,
Right.
but my fan page is, please come visit the fan page, and I post there, and I try and get there at least once a week and answer questions and correspond with people. And like any questions that anybody has, please feel free to ask them there. Or on Twitter, it's just at Karen Strassman. And the same thing, I try and get to those as often as I can, and that's the best place to ask me questions or to post pictures of cosplay or anything that you'd like to communicate with me.
Well, thanks for joining us today,
Yeah.
Karen. It was a pleasure. And
Yeah.
I'm so happy I finally got to meet you. I've been wanting to meet you for a while.
I'm really touched that you wanted to meet me.
I'm Ansel. She's Karen. We'll see you next time.